having some technical issues and so forth, but hopefully I got it all fixed. And I know it's been a couple weeks, I think, but I don't know. It's just life. Life is life, man. I'm not gonna hold you, but I want to do a little something different. Well, not really something different. It's something I was doing in the beginning, but I want to go back to it. I want to try to go back between like deep question thoughts and reaction videos. Honestly, I do got a few questions I want to ask and give my own answer, but ain't nobody. I'm gonna do it anyway. But until the podcast is up and running, which is soon, I got some things on the way for that. I still got a few cast members, not even cast members, co-hosts, co-hosts. I don't know why I just had a brain fart right there, but don't worry, the podcast is on the way. Don't worry, that's never dying. Just to let y'all know that is never dying. New season, some old faces, some new faces. I actually recently just got a new guest on there. Well, when it's up and running, I got a guest on there. I got a guest list coming. But yeah, life has looked pretty good. Okay, so I got some questions set up. I want to get straight into. So the first question I got really is like, who would I be if nobody knew my name or my past? And honestly, let me say that again. Who would I be if nobody knew who I was or my past or any of that? And quite frankly, if nobody knew me or knew my past, I would honestly still be the same guy that's going through life right now, honestly. I don't think I need to really change it because I know who I am, rather than somebody that knows that everybody knows, honestly. Me specifically, I like prefer to be the guy that everybody knows. It don't really bother me if I'm known or not. Trust me, it doesn't. If nobody knew my past, nobody knew me, I will still be the same person building the same characters I want throughout the life if I'm known or not. I don't care if everybody knows me, knows my past. Again, I may be repeating somewhat of the question, but it don't matter to me. I will still be the same guy that's building his life while learning about life, no matter what. And I'm telling you, you don't need none of that extra stuff. You don't need a lot of people to know you. As long as you stay true to who you are, honestly, and do what you need to do to get through life, build the character that you want to be, you're fine. You shouldn't really care. That's like asking for somebody's opinion about you. Yeah, some people may care about their opinion and stuff like that, others' opinions, and then there's people that don't. Because if you live on to other people's expectations and opinions, you're forever going to be looking for their approval. Whereas I don't care about nobody's opinion. I don't care about nobody's expectations. As long as I set the bar for myself and I achieve the goals that I create, life is good for me no matter what. I'm telling you, you shouldn't go through life thinking that you need to be known or somebody needs to know your past to define who you are. What defines who you are is your character, what you build, the life you want. Not nobody else. I'm telling you, things is different. I'm not gonna hold you. Things is different when you have a different type of mindset. So again, you don't need to be known. You have to care about someone else's opinion. Build the life you want through the way and the path that you take. I'm telling you, that is the way to go, and forever be the way to go. That's my answer on that question. I do got a couple questions though. A couple. I got a couple. Here's another one that really hit me. Another question that really hit me was like, how much of my personality is actually mine, and how much was shaped by my environment? Now that's a good question because honestly, I think majority of my personality is mine. Because through the years I created myself. And I think a little bit of my personality is also from my environment. The environment I created most definitely played a role in some of my personality. Like, how I say this, like, my environment that I made is like antisocial isolation, stuff like that. So I really don't be too big on people and all that. And my personality is just like closed off. Well, not really closed off, but distance, watching distance type thing, read people and all that. Not really trying to be bothered, limit conversations, antisocial basically in a sense. Basically from like creating my own personal environment along with creating my own personality. So in a sense I think I do create it. I think not even create it, I think majority of my personality is mine. And the other rest of the personality I think it's also towards like the environment I'm in. But I do get like the question is also asking like also like another part of it is just like does your personality change depending on the environment? And quite frankly, I think it does. It's just like how, for example, how people act around other people. They may act like calm, cool, and collected with you, but then they act all loud or rowdy with somebody else. Just basically, it's asking like how, in a sense, I could be wrong. Basically, how you change depending on your environment. And quite frankly, happens a lot, honestly. But for me, I can only speak for myself when I say this. My personality will stay the same no matter what, where I am, where I'm at, no matter the environment. I'm telling you. These are also some questions you can really think to yourself, and also if you want to add them in the comment section, add them in the comment section. You don't have to, none of that, don't care. But if you also have some questions you want to ask, go ahead, put it in the chat. It's all that, it's fine. So that's my intake on the personality thing. Damn, I should really get a co-host so we can discuss these type of questions together. I don't know, this is just a solo thing for right now. But let's get to the next one. Again, I do got a few questions. So the next one I gotta ask is just like, what belief do I hold most confidently that could be completely wrong? What belief do I completely have confidence in that could be completely wrong? Jesus, I think the belief I got is like, yeah. I got one. A belief that I hold confidence in that I could be wrong in. Everyone has common sense. It was my belief that I thought everyone had common sense. Everyone does not have common sense. Even though it's in the name common, it's not common, it's rare. Jesus. Like, come on, like, you really think over simple things people have common sense, but no, they don't. And that's just downright terrible. Like, believing that everybody has common sense will only fool yourself. I'm telling you. I used to think that, I used to believe that junk bad. Like, oh yeah, everybody should have common sense, it should be something. And then you get in the world, You realize not everybody has common sense. And it's just straight terrible. That's one thing that pisses me off every time I come across somebody that don't got common sense. Like, it's common. It's common. No, they don't. That's the sad part. Strictly just terrible. Now, I'm gonna go on to the next question, because believing that common sense is common is crazy. Am I living according to my own values or someone else's expectations? Before, I'm gonna be honest, growing up, I did used to, when I was younger, I used to try to live up to other people's expectations because they always told me they expect this of me, expect that, this, that, they want me to do that. But then when I really started getting older, thinking for myself, I'm like, this is their expectations of me, what they expect. But this ain't for me. Their expectations is not my expectations. What they want from me is not what I want for myself. And I really sat there and thought about it. I'm living my life to what they want me to live my life to how they view it. And I said, nah. The moment I started picking out my own values, my own expectations, my own goals, and all that, I felt like a change happened. I felt like life was different when I created my own values and boundaries and everything. I pushed myself further. I created myself better just to live up to my goals and expectations that I created for myself instead of living by someone else's expectations. And honestly, that's the best thing you can ever do for yourself. Don't ever live by someone else's expectations or goals or the life they want you to live through their expectations. Create a life, create a goal and expectations through what you want in life. You gotta value yourself. Don't let others buy the value for you. Again, live and create your own values through life as you go through it. Don't let somebody else do it for you. Because now you creating an image that's not even really you. Remember that. That's my take on that course. Alright, what else we got? Nah, I'm not even gonna ask that one. Oh yeah, concept about. Oh yeah, that's fire. Okay. So why do we spend so much time on things we won't remember? Honestly, I think that's a good question about why we spend so much time on things that we won't remember. I think, hear me out now. Even though we won't really remember it, I think the reason we spend time on so much things is kind of enjoy them. For some things, not everything. Some things I think we just spend so much time on is to remember it, not remember, but enjoy the moment of the life that we live. Nothing's ever promised. So we do things just to enjoy the moment. Hey, we may not remember like 10 days, 20 years, 50 years, but some part of you remember. Well, not even remember, but feel you kind of enjoyed the moments of life that you live. And then there's other parts too, like some things we won't remember. It's like, and then we're spending time on unnecessary things, like unnecessary things you won't even remember later on down the road. So then you take up so much time doing that just for you not to remember it later down the road. Don't get me wrong, if you're enjoying the moment, that's fine, but Something you're stressing about? Something you're worried about? Yeah, you're worried about it today. But a year or two or 10 from now, you won't even remember. You won't even remember. So we really got to stop spending unnecessary time on things that we won't really remember. But unless you're enjoying the moment in life, that's different. Completely different. That's my take on it, honestly. All right, we're gonna shoot for the next question. Mm, I might wanted to say that for another day. All right, so I'll ask one. Because I do got a good question. Let me ask this: if money wasn't a concern, what would I dedicate my life to? If money wasn't a concern, what would I dedicate my life to? Honestly, if money wasn't a concern, I would dedicate life. I would dedicate to creating a peaceful life, or creating a peace in my life, where I'm at total balance. I'm happy. I'm enjoying the life that I'm living to the point my body feels like it's at peace. I can't really disrupt that balance. Saying if money really wasn't a concern, I would do all the things in my life that I always wanted to do. I go places, do things, build a life that's going to create me everlasting peace until it's my time. Just smile, be happy, and so forth. If I didn't have to worry about money or anything like that, I would create a life that makes me the most peace. To the point where I'm sitting underneath a cherry blossom tree or even a mango tree, a mango peachy tree, in a nice warm summer day. Nice cool breeze, not too hot. Leaned up against the tree, back to the tree, enjoying the view, enjoying the peace that I finally created for myself. If that makes sense in anything. Enjoying the life that was meant to be enjoyed. Uh, that makes sense to me. Don't gotta make sense to you, but it is what it is. But it is what it is. I do have more questions, but I'm gonna say that for another time. Again, I'm gonna try to do like these type deep questions and I answer them type thoughts and a little bit of reaction videos. So yeah, I do got like a different work schedule now, so I am gonna try. I'm still gonna try at least upload a couple videos at least once or twice throughout the week. But don't worry, podcast is coming soon, and be on the lookout. I'm gonna start streaming. I'm about to start streaming anything at this point, games and anything. I guess I'm doing. I guess, but yeah. At the end of the day, I don't care about people's opinions or anything. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I want to live the life I want to live. And if that upsets you, Cool. You got a comment to say about it? Cool. I don't care. I'm gonna live every life like I want, no matter what. I want to create the peace in life that I want. Move on. Enjoy what was given to you. Enjoy it all, honestly. It's your life, gang. But I'll catch y'all on the next one. You already know what to do. Hit the like, comment, subscribe button. Share the video around. Or even listen to the video when you feel like you're down or whatever. A late night session, smoking a blunt or whatever, drinking, and you really want to just sit down and just have some questions that I just asked. You want to really sit down and think about it? Go ahead. Form your own opinion. Again, this is for everybody, but it's not for everybody. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Honestly.